We're recording.
Hello, welcome everybody. I still have not got. Sorry.
It's okay.
I still haven't gotten Liz a cute little picture like this, so I have to do this. It's Wednesday. It's VSC. It's virtual shopping channel time.
Yay!
Welcome to the Side by Side Show, virtual shopping channel edition.
Yay! I'm Liz. I'm the minion at Sundragon Art and Fiber in Brevard, North Carolina.
And I'm Rebecca. I'm the shop owner in Brevard, North Carolina, Sundragon Art and Fiber. And it was in the 30s this morning, so I actually wore a sweater into the shop. I was looking back at our old videos, and you can see when it was winter and then not by what especially I'm wearing. Anyway.
And since I'm filming from home, and you know, it's a balmy 60 degrees in the house, I'm dressed like it's summertime.
It's 68 in the shop because the heat is actually working, which is great. But I'm still bundled up because I'm also showing off the yarn I'm going to talk about today. But we usually start with you, Liz, so let's start with yours.
So let's start with mine. So, long story long, I was going through my yarn stash yesterday, and I was like, ooh, I have enough to start a project 102 on needles, and I should, I don't know, like find some yarn in my stash. So I'm looking through yarn, and I found almost all the colors I need for a color changing moth with 6 colors and a pop. Yes, I'm doing another papillon, but I didn't have enough contrasty color to go in between all the colors that I found in my stash. So I called Rebecca and I said, I need yarn. And she said, what? You have yarn? And I said, no, I need yarn. Quit whatever you're doing right now, and I need yarn. So I got Patagonia, which is what Rebecca is holding out.
Well, she needed a DK cream.
I needed
look,
a DK
they match. Look. Ooh.
Ooh.
and we looked at the DK creams, and this is what we settled on. So,
yep.
Tell us about it, Liz.
So, it is Organic Merino, 100% wool. It is not superwash. And it does, like, in the twist, it doesn't feel exactly like merino. Like,
well,
or what superwash merino feels like.
Yes, yes.
It's not scratchy, but it's not got that superwash soft to it. So I was like, but that's okay, because I used Shetland wool for scarves and hats and whatnot, and that's kind of scratchy. But so I was like, no big.
Keep talking. I'm gonna go to the mail lady.
Sweet. So I was like, no big deal. So I started last night, and the top with the cream, and I was feeling it last night, and I'm like, you know, you really can't tell once it's knitted. Like, it softens so beautifully in your knitting. So Rebecca was like, what yarn are you going to use? And I was like, I was thinking Patagonia, because I'm playing with it. And it is, oh my gosh, just ever so wonderful it fluffs, and it just sings. So I was quite happy with my cream variegated purchase, and Rebecca's got some gorgeous other colors that we have in it.
I'm gonna say so. Oh no, I'll hang on to that. Ooh, I'm all out of order because So we have a lot of colors of this. I'm gonna try to show them off on here. Hang on. Our Notion is causing me issues. I'm gonna put it on the floor. Okay. Rainbow palette. We are starting with. It's a nice coral, kind of. We've got pinky red, coral, yellow, orange. I'll try to put this on Instagram too, by the way, maybe some better colors. Let's see. A couple of greens. We got a light and a dark. And we have a blue. a nice kind of classic blue, Pantone color of the year. Did you already talk about yardage and all that fun stuff while I was
I
running
did
on?
not. I should do that. I'm sorry.
You should talk. You should.
failed in my minionness. The
So
purple's and the light blue.
kind of a tealy blue.
Yep.
We've got 3 grays, light to charcoal to what I would call off black. And we have a cream and a brown. The cream is what Liz is using. The brown is what I made this hat out of. That's got a bobbly pattern. It is so squishy. I think Liz
It's
was
so
talking about
squishy.
that. Once it's knit, it's so squishy and soft and wonderful. And this is the hat. I have some patterns left. Like this is a whole set you can make. I made this out of less than a skein. Patterns I would include with yarn purchase. If you purchase from us, let us know or call us to let us know what you want, and I'll throw a pattern in. One more second, Liz, before you do the yardage and stuff, because this is the other pattern. It is a Fair Isle cardigan, and the company actually sent us a sample. So I have a sample here in the shop.
It's so pretty.
So squishy.
So I'm making my latest project on a size 9. I went down needle sizes because it's DK. So instead of doing a 10.5, I'm going down to a 9. But I was looking at the gauge. So this has 382 yards for a skein, a twist. It is considered a light DK. Mm-hmm. But what?
It's on the thinner side.
Pardon?
I just said it's on the thinner side. Yep.
It's on the thinner side. Yep. And they're recommending a US 5 to a 7 for needles. And then they have crochet gauge on here, and they're recommending a 7, a US 7 to a 9. So I was like, so like you can fluff it up. I was like, ooh, I'm actually, even though the needle size isn't, I'm using the equivalent of that on this. So I was kind of like, ooh, I didn't even look at that before I started knitting. So that's pretty cool.
I would think that a bigger hook would be nicer for this.
Well, and for the needles, like it's not like huge, wide and open on a size 9 needle. It's just really soft and squishy. Oh,
it's great.
Love it.
So there's lots of options you can do with this, and contact us if you have something you think would work with it. My goal today is to try to get this up on the website shop. So we'll see if I get that done. If not, contact the shop on Thursday. So my yarn, this cool stuff, see? This is the Bamboo Bloom. This is a bamboo and wool. It's from Universal Yarns. It is, let me see if I can find, I have so many colors over here. I only have 1 skein left of the one I'm wearing. And it is, see if I even got it over here. So the thin parts of this are bamboo, and the thick parts of this are wool tufts, really. I might not have grabbed it. Here are some that are kind of like it. Show you what the texture is like in the skein. I might have to go back and look and see if this color even is there. It's hand painted, so every skein looks different. It's a super easy, quick. This is a 1 skein project. It's an infinity scarf, which means it doesn't have a beginning or end. Just a long loop. You can wear it like this. You can wear it doubled like I just was. It's going to get stuck on my pigtails. We can send you the pattern for this if you buy the yarn. Because it used to be on Ravelry. It's called the Interrupted Cowl. I don't think it is anymore, but it's super easy. You cast on about 110 stitches. You join to go in the round. You knit when it's thin, and you purl when it's thick. And so simple. And you just go and you yarn chicken it, and when you're about to run out of yarn, or when you think you have enough left to cast off, which is hard to figure out. I had to back out like half a row at least. Then you bind off. I have also seen it recently crocheted, with a really big hook, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So let's see.
It was a very popular Christmas present idea for
Easy, quick, one skein
this past.
project. Yeah. Here are some of our more vibrant colors of it. Again, I will try to get some pictures up online. These guys are the more vibrant ones. Let's see. I'm going to pick out some of the more muted tones that we have. Oh, that's a repeat. I just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. We have some really pretty pastel type colors. We have some pretty purples. We may get more of this in. Universal Yarns is able to restock pretty well, but this is some of what we have right now. So let's go over the stats on this. It's a hand wash because the texture of it, and there could be a knot or two in it just because it's hard to keep going with this. But I just knit right through it. It's considered a bulky. It's I would knit it. I think the pattern calls for like a 10 or 10 and a half needle. The ball band is going to, I think, recommend a 9. I'm looking for that right now. Yes.
And it's a bulky only because of the great big the wool.
Go by the thicker chunks of it, right? Yeah. So go with a bigger needle. It's recommending a K hook, which is a 10 and a half, like a needle. It is 100 grams with 154 yards on it. That's another reason it kind of goes into the bulky category, is how much yardage you have per 100 grams. It is 48% bamboo, rayon bamboo, which is, rayon is often mistaken for a synthetic, but it's often made from plants, so not truly a synthetic. And then 44% wool, and then a hint of acrylic just to kind of keep it all together. So it is so pretty, and you never know where the colors are going to come out. And Stephen B designed some really cool colors like this one with it. And like I said, one skein project, super easy. More than one skein, you could really have fun. It's $12.95 in our shop. So we're talking just under $13 for one of these guys. I think it's just gorgeous and fun. I mean, I love some of our novelty yarns because they're just fun. I like yarns that, if you want to do simple knitting, pick a yarn that's going to do complicated things or have a pattern to it to make it look more interesting. All these colors, and you never have to change what you're using. I think that's fantastic. So, like I said, I think we have one left. Oh, I see it. I'm going to grab it. I think these are more colors I hadn't shown off yet. So this is the only skein we have left of this.
And it's a different dye lot, different paint.
So we only have one of those left. This guy, this one I thought I hadn't showed, but it's just because there's more pink in it than one of the other skeins. But this guy has some really mapley, fall colors going on in it. I might have shown this off, but I'm not sure. We have a couple of skeins left of this just blue tones, but blues and grays. It's just so pretty. I've got this mountain of yarn in front of me now. So that one's just, like I said, I'll try to get them up online. I'll try to reorder them too, if we have a run on them. So just stay tuned, right? But we should wrap up in a few minutes, and we need to talk about a notion. We love notions and gadgets and gizmos, cool things at the shop. And some of them are kind of hard to advertise because they need to be tried on. Like our row counter rings, which mine are at home, those really need to be fit to your finger. So we haven't advertised those yet. But we have, Liz recommended these guys. These come in a few sizes. These are our wrist rulers from Crossover Industries. And these are fantastic. They are leather. We have a couple of, we have a couple that are non-leather, but Not much of it
Silicone.
left. I mean, it's a ruler. It's a ruler on your wrist. And you can see how mine is aged. It's a little wobbly. It still measures fantastic. It has inches and centimeters on the thicker ones. We have a couple models we're going to show y'all. It comes in a lot of colors. This is the silicone. That's the word I was going for. We have some white silicone ones left that are adjustable and kind of cool. We can see if we can get
They're
that.
19 inches, but you can adjust them down smaller.
Yeah, most of what we have in stock for these are 15 or 17 inches. And it all depends if you have a teeny tiny wrist or not.
Well, and
Which one's gonna fit.
I just thought, like, if you have a tape measure, you can, you know, hold it at 17 and wrap it around twice. And if it's too dangly, you know, then try doing with 15 inches wrapped around twice, because they generally wrap around twice. So
we have most of these in stock. Yeah, most of them we wrap around twice. A longer one you could wrap around 3 times if you have a thinner wrist. It really depends on if you like it firmly on your wrist or dangly. I like mine a little dangly. But there's so many times when I can't find the tape measure on the table. Those of you who know the shop, shocker, can't find things on the table. And I go, hang on a second. I pull this off, I lay it down, and I measure.
Or if you're out knitting, you know, like you're at a park knitting while kids are playing, or you're in the car, you know, very few of us have all of our notions in one place at any given time.
And it's great for non-knitters too. Anyone who needs to measure anything, it works. We have Amy D, I think she's gotten some, and her husband have gotten some for different reasons, you know, for different crafts, for different activities. We have all these fun colors. So the more natural toned ones over here, gotta hold this up. We have natural, we have dark, it's kind of a chocolate brown. This thin one I'm gonna come back to in a second. We've got medium. It's not on here, but we've got a black one. I got it out to show you guys. The black one is a little more, the black and the chocolate one are a little more fashionable. They might be a little hard to read for people who
they do get a beautiful shine on them.
They age up really well, because let me show you. I am holding my wrist ruler over the medium. Mine's a medium too, and I've been wearing it for a year and a half now or so, and it's got this lovely glistening patina. The ones I was showing you, the natural toned ones, are $21.75. The others I will now show you, and we'll talk about what Liz is wearing, from the gray, white, orange, teal, pink, oops, gotta hold this up, sorry guys, blue, and red. Those are $25. And look, so here's the red, and then there's Liz's red that has this lovely cherry patina on it. Like,
this one I've only had for about 6 months, and it's cherried into it, you know, it's darkened into a nice cherry. I have one that I've had for a year and a half, like since Rebecca put hers on, and it is the deepest, oh my gosh, luscious red.
Another thing I'd like to point out, so this one is the red one that hasn't been worn yet, and it's kind of firm leather. Same with this guy here. They will get so pliable when you wear them, but they will still measure well. Like this one is so soft and pliable, and so is Liz's. They just get wonderful. Some of them come a little more soft and pliable depending on the leather they're made out of. Like this, the natural one, sometimes people are like, that's so bright, it's so light. I don't like it. I have a thin natural one that has aged down wonderfully. This is a key fob. When they first came out, the key fobs, we have a couple of these in the shop. Ask us if you want this. It's a good 6 inches. But this, just from life and being in my pocket and being held and oils and everything, this looked like that when I first started using it. And it was a little rough, and now it's so soft and pliable. So to give you an idea of how they aged down. The other fun one we got was, they came out with thin ones. This one I said I was going to come back to. Thin ones, they only have inches on them. I have a 15-inch one at home. The 17-inch one fits comfortably when it overlaps. This one, the 15-inch fits comfortably for me. This one's a lot longer. I think this one's a 19-inch. It's got a magnet to help it fasten, which is pretty cool. This one's super long on me, but the 15-inch is our best seller because it's comfortable on a lot of people's wrists, because that magnet is an addition to the length rather than taking away from the length, having to have it overlap. That also comes, the thin one also comes in black. Again, a lot more fashionable, maybe a little harder to read unless you have keen eyesight, but the black will also already come pliable. And that one, trying to hold that in the camera,
has the magnet too.
Yep. So there's the 15-inch, nice on my wrist. Wow. Whereas the natural one's probably got to age down a little bit. 15-inch. 15-inch thin one, 17-inch thick one fit about the same when I'm wearing them both. And honestly, I didn't wear them both in today because I'm not wearing all my rings. I usually am coated in rings and my wrist rulers right now when I'm working in the shop for ease of washing my hands.
Hand washing, yep.
But these are fantastic, absolutely fantastic for measuring. They're my go-to. They're my security blanket. I feel weird when I'm not wearing them. So they're absolutely fantastic. I'm going to try to get these up on the website too. I think Liz has awesome ideas of how to measure since you can't come in and try them on. We usually have these in the shop right by the register. So it's like trying on shoes. You try them on and then we take out, they come in, we take out the case that they fit in. They come in these really cute cases. And these cases, if you're not using them to store your wrist rulers, can be fantastic for holding notions. So, multi-purpose, look at that.
Quick thought, if you order them and they come a little stiff, what I normally do for people is I help soften them up a little bit, get them started.
That can be really hard to...
The cut is so fresh. So I tell people just pop on both sides of the cut, pop the little
break it
in and out. And then the fastest way to soften up the leather, if it's stiff, is to just roll it down on itself, both back and front several times. Play with it. It'll soften beautifully really fast.
Yeah, it's really cool. The teal is the newest color. It's been very popular. It all depends. They're all gonna soften and darken and just be luscious. Absolutely luscious. So all right. We're gonna have to wrap it up, everybody. I got a couple of lessons today. I gotta clean up the shop. The camera can't swivel. It's a hot mess right now. But thank you again for everybody who is supporting us. Please consider buying local or buying small if we're your local yarn shop. And for some people from far away, we're still their local yarn shop. Help us out, you know, like we have, I think, some decent prices compared to the big suppliers. And we want to support you, and we hope you want to support us. So we're showing you all our cool things.
And we also have the opportunity to do virtual shopping where we can set up a private shopping experience. You know, so even though you can't come in right now, we're trying to, you know, do little perky things that are cool.
I can run you around the shop with my phone. Liz is still my color guru from home. She's picking up great color combos from people, for people. Yeah. Go with what I meant, not what I said. Anyway, I'll try this afternoon to get some of this up on the shop site, but you can always call us or email us. I will put that in the comments. So please subscribe and share this and share the joy of fun things. And we will be back tomorrow with another straight up side by side show where we'll talk about some stuff.
Yay.
All right. You all stay safe out there. We love you. We miss you. We hope we can keep you going with fun things. So enjoy the brisk weather. Get a walk. Bye. See you guys. One more button.